Hey everyone, welcome back to Coach Doc Ministries. In today's video, we're continuing our reframing series with religion and spirituality. It's going to be a good one. Let's get to it. So let's recap what reframing is. Reframing is the process of identifying and then changing the way situations, experiences, events, ideas, or emotions are viewed. Reframing is a key part of the deconstruction process. As our core religious beliefs get challenged, we need to redefine old concepts so they fit into the paradigm that we're living now. Religious concepts you learn as a child are rarely actually helping you as an adult. And that's what reframing is, taking old concepts and applying new definitions. Religion and spirituality seem to have opposite definitions in today's world, but we use both terms interchangeably here on this channel. The way we approach religion, the methods we teach, being a religious person is being a spiritual person, and vice versa. Religion, at its core, is a philosophy which provides a structure and a framework for spiritual and personal growth. Let me repeat that. On this channel, religion is a philosophy which provides a structure and a framework for spiritual and personal growth. Spiritual growth means increasing your awareness of all the life around you, your awareness of the divine, of growing in your relationship to the divine, however you define divine. Personal growth means, well, none of us are perfect, not a single one of us. We all have soul traits that we need to improve. We all have personal growth we need to go through in order to be a better person. Lots of people actually do want what religion is supposed to offer. They're just looking for it elsewhere. See, spirituality is learning to live each day with meaning. Put simply, there are two factors which make one truly spiritual: awareness and intent. Awareness is based on being fully attentive to the here and now. To do so requires the ability to stop, to slow down the pace, and not be overwhelmed by the trivialities of any given moment. As Rabbi Arthur Green defines it, opening yourself to the divine presence that is within you and all around you. This requires you to be present in the moment, lots and lots of moments, which is incredibly difficult for us here in the West. We live in a rush, push society, everyone trying to get ahead. Get ahead to what? Awareness is about recognizing those divine moments, seeing God in the everyday. A spiritual person is always alert to see beyond the base appearance of things and see a trace of the divine, thus having a life of expected reverence. We perceive that we exist in a world infused with divinity and to live in response to that awareness. We recognize the handiwork of God both in wonders of nature and in the miracle of our own ability to be stirred by these wonders. We turn towards the source of all life to express our gratitude for existence. Living in the present means paying attention to all that is happening right here and now. To notice all of these is also to notice God, the one that lies behind the world passing before us at each moment. Divinity is present at every moment. We just need to notice it. And that is the heart of awareness. And of note, the awareness of God's absence, as much as the awareness of God's presence, is part of what it is like to be a religious person. Intent is about doing things with a purpose, for a purpose. It isn't about praying some rote, memorized prayer, or just showing up. There has to be a reason for the effort. A spiritual discipline or a religious act is something in which the soul must be able to participate, out of which the inner devotion, the intent, must evolve. As Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel put it, the goal is not that an act be performed. The goal is that you be transformed. Intent is focusing more on God than on the religious duty. All deeds, study, prayer, any kind of religious practice, must be performed not mechanically, but while meditating upon their spiritual significance. Spiritual practice requires more than behavior. It requires thought and feeling. The more one knows about the significance of religious rituals, of ceremonies, the more intent one is likely to invest in the practice of them. Spirituality is about doing the inner work to change our very souls so that we become better at living in the real world. We are not expected to become great overnight, and we only strive to become a little better than we were the day before. This is why we define the transformation as a spiritual journey. And this journey is not a race. It is a simple walk. The oldest form of piety in the Bible is walking with God, but we're also fond of the phrase walking towards God. Either way, the journey is taken a simple step at a time. The journey of a seeker to God is only a metaphor. We in fact discover the divine all around us by paying as close attention as we can to the presence in which we live. God offers us a journey inward, an inner opening to our hearts, not a vertical ascent into the heavens. The only place you have to travel to find God is in your own heart. The journey to the heart is the spiritual quest. And where does this journey begin? We teach the center of religious life is the home. In contrast to other religions, it is at home where the essential celebrations and acts of observance take place, rather than in a synagogue or a church. Those buildings are supplementary. Your home is where the learning, the commitment, the awareness, and the intent are cultivated and applied. A spiritual journey is not a collection of epiphanies. It is a challenge to train ourselves to see and feel the divinity in the everyday routine of our lives. A spiritual life is about awakening our inner selves from the distractions and the trap of self-absorption. To be spiritual is to be awakened by the world around us and within us. The first step is choosing to be awake, to care, to see, to hear the divine before us. The next step is to intentionally embrace the divine, to seek and live on purpose. A journey begins with a single step. Let's walk towards God together. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this type of content. If you have specific topics you'd like to see covered, please leave a comment below and we'll work to address them in upcoming videos. Thank you.